Hey YouTube, what's going on? I'm your host Joss and welcome back to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. We have officially joined social media, so click the link down below and give us a follow. You can also find my personal page down there as well. Also, just a reminder, if you hang out with me until the end of this video, you can join in on some fun when I respond to some comments. As for today's video, we can all admit that it's hard to even imagine some celebrities together as a couple. And just like the rest of us, all of Hollywood's biggest stars have a romantic past. Sometimes these relationships go beyond their time in the limelight, meaning that some stars dated one another before they became household names. Let's check out who some of these people are with today's list of top 10 celebrities who dated before they got famous. Let's jump in. Starting off our list at number 10 is Justin Timberlake and Fergie. Justin Timberlake has been famous as long as some of us can even remember. His life has always been in the spotlight, including all of his romances. However, there is one relationship that seemed to just slip under the rug before his stardom reached a certain height. Back in 1996, it was the beginning of NSYNC becoming huge in Europe. Timberlake was bringing sexy back by landing himself an older woman, Fergie. At the time, she was part of a lesser known group called Wild Orchid. Fergie opened up to Australia's Courier Mail about their relationship and said, "He was 16 and I was 23. It was before he got real heavy with Britney Spears." Well, I feel like I've been completely fooled. I guess I just never really paid attention to anyone who came before Britney because they were so iconic together. But 16 years old and 23? Isn't that illegal? At number 9 is Kristen Bell and Matthew Morrison. These two have become two of Hollywood's biggest stars, and little does anyone know they actually attended the same university together. Most stars were once just regular students who had no idea that their career would actually turn into this. Before Matthew got famous on Glee and before Kristen was on Veronica Mars, the two of them attended New York University's Tisch School of the Arts. Not only were they colleagues, but they also dated for a short period of time. When Kristen was doing an interview in 2010, she gushed about how much she loved Glee. That's when she revealed the relationship by saying, "I actually went to college with Maddie Morrison. We actually dated briefly, so I'll have to say maybe Matt Morrison is my favorite part of Glee for various reasons." I mean, looking back on some pictures, they really did make a cute couple. Swiping our number 8 spot is Michael Keaton and Cox. Yes, there was in fact a time before Monica met Chandler. In the early mid-80s, Michael Keaton was starting to make a name for himself in the movie industry. During this time, he began dating the unknown girl at the time, Cox. She was just getting started with her career as an actress with a smaller role on Family Ties. She was still years away from her big break as Monica in Friends when the two of them began dating. They were actually together for 6 years before they split in 1995, a year after Friends premiered. During the time of the split, she was asked about the breakup, to which her response was, "It was the most important relationship I've ever had, and I think he's the most wonderful person I've ever met." Ugh, my heart. Although I'll never actually picture her with anyone other than Chandler. Just can't do it. And at number 7 is Brad Pitt and Juliette Lewis. It seems like Brad Pitt has always been on Hollywood's A-list, but there was actually a time when he was a struggling actor like many others. He does have a long list of relationships, and we only know this because the majority of them have been in the public eye. But there was one particular relationship that was most shocking of them all. In 1989, still 2 years away from Brad's big break in Thelma and Louise, the 26-year-old at the time began dating his 17-year-old co-star Juliette Lewis. The two of them were working together on Too Young to Die. Despite the age gap, which had everyone feeling the slightest bit of discomfort, the two went on to date for 4 years. They ended up calling it quits in 1993, and both of them went on to have successful careers. Juliette has since been asked about the relationship and responded with, "It amazes me that people are still fascinated that we went out for 4 years. I was a teenager at the time. It's a lifetime away. I was in my high school years and it was a wonderful, loving relationship with a fun, smart guy. Then it was over and he went on to become incredibly famous." Well, people are probably fascinated by it because in this day and age, Brad would probably be in prison for it. And at number 6 is Neil Patrick Harris and Christine Taylor. It's probably a little weird for you to hear those two names together, seeing as Neil has come out as gay back in 2006. But it was actually his relationship with Christine that made him realize he wasn't attracted to females. During an interview with Howard Stern, Neil revealed that dating the actress is what made him realize that he was attracted to men. He said, "She's the coolest, nicest chick ever. She's an absolute catch. And I thought, if I'm never gonna feel the super sparks with her, it probably means I'm gay." The two of them dated back in 1997 before he became relevant as an adult actor, but they ended up splitting on civil terms. Halfway through the list, at number 5 is Lisa Kudrow and Conan O'Brien. So weird to even picture the two of them together. Before Lisa had her big break as Phoebe on Friends, and before Conan was one of the biggest late night hosts, the two of them actually had a brief romance. Turns out they met during an improv class, and Lisa says she was instantly attracted to him. She revealed, "He was really smart, really funny, and he thought I was funny." She went on to explain that after their first improv class together, she wasn't sure if acting was really for her, and it was actually Conan who convinced her to keep going. They dated for a little while, but Lisa says it didn't last long because they realized they were just better off as friends. Well, I guess we can thank Conan for convincing her to continue with acting, or we may have never been blessed with the hilarious Phoebe Buffay. Here we are at number 4 with Scarlett Johansson and Jack Antonoff. Wondering who Jack is? He's not a fellow actor, he's a musician from the band Bleachers and Steel Train. Turns out the two of them dated when they were in high school in 2001 at the Professional Children's School in New York City, elite Upper West Side. Fancy. One of their classmates talked about the two lovebirds by saying, "When we were in high school, Jack was absolutely obsessed with her, and she broke his heart. They broke up shortly after graduation. She got swept up in the Hollywood scene." Throwing Scarlett right under the bus, are we? The two of them actually went to prom together. In 2014, Jack's then long-term girlfriend Lena Dunham reported that she stumbled upon their prom photos on Tumblr. She said she didn't feel right spilling the news in a public forum, but admitted that you can find them on Google, which is exactly what I did. Alright guys, at number 3 we have Ashton Kutcher and January Jones. Before we knew these stars for who they are today, Ashton was a former model trying to make a career in acting in the mid-90s. Coincidentally enough, so was January Jones. It was in 1998 when Ashton got cast for his role on That 70s Show, and long before Jones became well known for her role in Mad Men, that the pair struck a romance. Their relationship lasted 3 years and they called it quits in 2001. It wasn't until later on in 2009 that Jones opened up about her time with Kutcher, and she didn't really have many positive things to say about it. She said, "He was not supportive of my acting. He was like, I don't think you're going to be good at this." She admitted at the time that they were both struggling actors trying to make it, so she holds no hard feelings. She says she is happy for Ashton and his beautiful family he has now with That 70s Show co-star Mila Kunis. At number 2 we have Jessica Biel and Chris Evans. Before they made household names of their own, Jessica could be found in Hollywood, but only if you watch the show Seventh Heaven. During that time, she was starting to make a name for herself in the industry, and she began dating Chris Evans, who was just an up-and-coming actor at the time. Now we know him as Captain America, but back in the day he was more known as Jessica Biel's boyfriend than anything. The pair of actors starred in 2 films together in 2004 and 2005 called Cellular and London. Both movies have been forgotten about, so don't even worry if you've never heard of them. The couples dated on and off for a total of 5 years between the years 2001 and 2006. They finally called it quits in 2006 when reports were saying that Evans had been spotted with another woman. Taking our number 1 spot is Ryan Reynolds and Melissa Joan Hart. These lovebirds take the cake because their story was more of a fling and less of a romance. Ryan Reynolds is known for a variety of his relationships: his engagement to Alanis Morissette, marriage to Scarlett Johansson, and now his current marriage to Blake Lively. Well, it turns out he dated another famous star, but it was before anyone knew who he was. In 1996, Melissa Joan Hart was just beginning her run as Sabrina the Teenage Witch. At the time, Ryan was an up-and-coming actor who was trying to make a career for himself. The two of them co-starred together on the Sabrina the Teenage Witch TV movie that launched the whole series. The two of them began dating, but Melissa actually had a boyfriend back home at the time, and she was also concerned about their age gap. During an interview, she said, "He was 17 and I was like 19. I told him he was too young for me, but I wasn't sure, so I grabbed him and started kissing him." She went on to explain that she ended up having to call her boyfriend and tell him what happened. After filming was over, Ryan even went to New York City to visit her, but she explained she wanted to just stick with her boyfriend, so she declined Ryan's offer of becoming official. Spill that tea, girlfriend. Alright guys, that is all I have for you. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and let me know down in the comments what you think. For now, let's check out some comments from some of my other videos. Miguel Luna says, "I love all your outfits, girl. You know how to work it." Really? Well, thank you. I mean, honestly, the majority of my clothes I steal from my roommate because she's my best friend and we live together, so really, she knows how to work it. Patricia O'Connor says, it seems ungrateful to complain about something that made you rich and famous. I totally feel that. I feel like people should just appreciate the opportunities that they get. Tiffany Benfield says, I hate the soundtrack to the Titanic as much as Kate does. My Heart Will Go On was the theme to my junior prom back in 1998. We were so freaking sick of hearing that song. I mean, I love Celine Dion, like I could listen to her voice all day, but I totally get when a song is on repeat, it gets super annoying. Prep for it says, I am just happy to get to work as an extra in films. These privileged speaking role actor winners need to shut up. You have passion, and I like it. Alright guys, that's all I got. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on social media before you go. I'm your host Joss, and I'll see you next time.